getting killed.
The House of the Dead.
Games, Brains are Banging Life, with another episode of the Flashback series, and we're going to a game that I always go arcade. I know it's on like consoles and shit, but my mind just goes arcade, and we've got good reason for that, as I'm sure you've got a similar subject matter.
Yep.
We are, of course, talking about the light gun game, The House of the Dead, a horror-themed rail shooter video game franchise. Now it's a franchise created by Sega in 1996. It was, of course, originally released in the arcade. It utilized a light gun on the platform, but could be played with controllers, mouse and a keyboard at home, and stuff like that. So, as always, things we like, things we don't like, and favorite moments, scenes, bits of music. This is going to be a short one because it is The House of the Dead.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get us started with simply thing I like. It's a cool game with a simple premise. You're shooting zombies with a light gun. That's cool. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, basically exactly what I've got. It's basically it's a fun shooting game.
Yeah.
And it's obviously more better when you actually have the gun, the controller gun.
Can you remember, have you ever played this game with a controller? Ever?
No, never.
I was like, I must have. Like, we had a Dreamcast. We must have.
No, I mean, every Dreamcast I've ever had, or we've ever had, we've always had the gun for it. And
Yeah.
or the arcade.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, even later sequels. Like, I think about House of the Dead 3 that had the Uzi. And I think of the gun in the arcade again.
I can't picture playing this game with a controller. It doesn't work.
Agreed.
Right.
Same here. Funny that. Another positive is that it had a story. It actually had a story, which it really didn't need to have a story. It's a fucking light gun game shooting zombies. You have this whole mad Resident Evil style story, you know?
Yeah, I think when they designed the game, they were trying to go off on a different path.
Mm-hmm.
But then obviously, for me, it turned out to be just a standard shooting game.
True. And the last thing I like is, alongside Resident Evil, the success of House of the Dead helped popularize zombies in gaming. We may not have got many of the zombie games we've got later on without things like the House of the Dead.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very enjoyable game. Okay, it's enjoyable, it's fun, you know, but it's not a game that you'd spend hours on.
No, God, no.
Exactly, you know. But if you're in the arcade, you got a spare pound. It's fun.
Spare pound.
Oh yeah.
All right then. Things we don't like. I've just got one because I really struggled. I was like, what on earth can I really say I don't like about this? And my one is right. So the game, because the game exists, it inspired one of the hackiest directors in the world, creators, called Yui Ball. Do you know Yui Ball?
Is it up at the Well, he sounds very familiar. Name.
You will know him because he is responsible for many of our video game movie adaptations. He's also responsible for some of the worst ones ever, including the movie adaptation of The House of the Dead.
5 teens looking for fun at a rave on an island full of zombies. Awful zombies looking for one thing.
I just want your flesh.
They are everywhere. They are fast. They fight to the end and beyond.
Best I reckon the story goes, there was once some crazy Spanish padre who was banished from Spain hundreds of years ago.
Come closer, Captain. I cannot see your face. You know why I was banished from Spain. Your experiments are not of God.
They say he murdered the crew of the San Cristobal, enslaved the natives of this island, and killed whoever came here ever since. Some say he still does.
It was my fault. It was my fault. Were you here? Did you see it? Did you see me watch them rip her apart?
It's not gonna happen again. We're gonna get out of here. Coming 2003, a movie based on one of the most popular video games of all times, The House of the Dead.
That movie doesn't just fucking suck, it offends me. Every time I've watched it, and it's been reviewed on the site, I hate that movie with a passion. So House of the Dead, the game, because it exists, helped inspire that movie.
How the hell can you make a game that has a movie that has to do?
You've not seen it?
No, I've not seen it.
Fucking
How?
hell. Fucking hell.
How does it even work?
There are two. There's a House of the Dead 2.
How does it even work? What is it? Is it like a hand with a gun like this?
A load of kids, a load of teenagers go to an island for a rave. Zombies attack. They all learn how to shoot really quickly. It does that Matrix thing. You know the Matrix thing of where like it slows down and spin. I can't tell you how much I hate it.
It sounds terrible. I mean, if I'd known about the movies, then that would have been a dislike because it sounds crap. But I mean, I suppose the only dislike is for me is that it's basically it's just the same. Every level is the same. You're walking. You're walking through. You're shooting. You turn around. You shoot. You turn around. You shoot. That's all it is.
That's nitpicky as fuck, considering that is the entire antithesis of the game.
Well, I could have said, and I might be wrong, but I could have said that I prefer Virtual Cop. Is it Virtual Cop?
Virtual Cop. Okay.
Yeah, is that the same sort of shooting game like with the hand? Isn't it?
Yeah.
So I mean, Virtual Cop for me is better.
Okay, interesting. All right then. Favorite moments, scenes, bits of music. There's just one, and I'd imagine it's the same, and I'm gonna tell it. It's a story, a brief story, which is this sticks in my memory, which I guess is really cool. So, and it involved me and you, and we were very, very young. And basically, when I think of House of the Dead, I think of playing it in Sega Zone in Woolwich, and attracting a crowd as we basically did really fucking well in the game. We certainly didn't complete it. Because it's an arcade game, completing it wasn't really the option. But I just always remember making it fucking far and having a crowd of people watching us, which was cool as fuck.
Yeah, now that you mentioned, actually, I should remember that. I remember playing Sega's on Village.
Yeah. They're one of the last bastions of arcades, man.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I mean, all I can say probably for favourite moment is probably it's walking in the arcade and then it's always there.
Yeah,
it's always in, I mean, other than Sega Rally, it's always in every arcade. So
if it's not the original House of the Dead, there's a House of the Dead arcade machine in most arcades.
Yeah,
I think that speaks volumes to the success of this game. I think that's very nice.
Definitely.
There you go, House of the Dead. Not much else really to say about it. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/GBHBL, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?